Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Discourse in Magic. My name is Jonah Babbins, and I am back. I recently took a little trip to Spain to spend some time with some fun individuals and learn some magic and have a ball. And this is one of those fun individuals. This episode is with the one and only Juan Rubiales, and you have honestly probably heard of him and heard of his magic. His reputation definitely made it all the way over here to Canada, and it was very exciting to interview him and chat about his magic journey. Not only is he an amazing magician, he's also an incredible caricature artist, and he draws magicians. And you should definitely check it out. I will post some sort of photos and links in the description of this episode so that you can see. But in this episode, we talk, obviously, magic, and we talk about some of my favorite subjects. We talk about not only the importance of being yourself, but how to be yourself. We talk about working with mentors. We talk about falling in love with magic and falling back out of love with magic, and what he did about it and what you can do about it. We talk about what kind of things to think about when you're making your magic, and we talk about feelings and the love of the art and so much more. I think you're going to love the episode. It was super fun for me. Here it is, a wonderful time with Juan Rubiales. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Discourse in Magic. My name is Jonah Babbins, and we are here in Madrid with the one and only Juan Rubiales.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
I'm so excited to be here and to talk magic and theory and everything. And we were jamming a little bit last night and excited to get into it. So let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
How did you get started in magic? How did magic find you?
How magic find me? But was a very long time ago. I was very young, about 14 or something like that. My grandpa was on the hospital with a very bad ill, and I started visiting him, and he was every time that I visit, he was very sad. It's the normal things that happen in this kind of places. And one time, one person teach to me a magic trick, and I did the trick to my grandpa, and I made happy to my grandpa. This day I saw my grandpa smiling first time in about 1 month.
Wow.
Of course, it was not for the trick, okay?
It was
because
you. Right.
Me doing the trick. But I felt so well with this moment, with this feeling, and I start to looking for any people who could teach me any magic trick. Then I was searching into a bar, a person teach to me a coin trick, another the 21 card trick. One day in each of the weeks, I went to the hospital and I showed to my grandpa, and I was happy. He was happy. Everything, everyone was happy with that. And he died there. Yeah. It was a very shock to me, as to everyone. Yeah. And my grandma gave to me all the decks that my grandpa used to have in his house. Yeah. He was not a magician. But
gambling.
He was gambling at the bar with a friend. Okay, doing with domino, with cards. And I take those cards, the Spanish deck, and for that I only use a Spanish deck in Spain, of course.
Was it 40 cards?
40 cards, yes. We have from 1 to 10. 7. No, from 1 to 7. We don't have 8, 9, or 10. Right. And then we have jacks, horses, and kings. Okay, we don't have the queens. No queens. And there is 40, I love this deck because I have a special feeling with that. Because it's like a part of my grandpa.
Sure.
It's still with me every time that I touch this kind of deck.
Beautiful.
And it's very emotional to me to talk about that, to feel this feeling. Normally, when I do matrix, for example, the string, the coin for cards, I used to do this even abroad. I used to do to use the Spanish deck because the 4 cards are not important. Then I prefer to
Yeah,
feel
it's special for you.
Yeah, and I do the matrix with the 4 Spanish cards, and the rest of the show or the lecture I used to use the poker deck.
What's interesting about the story is usually it's an uncle or a grandfather who shows somebody a trick, but this was
It's
the opposite. Exactly.
Yeah.
You showed him and it felt good, so you kept doing it. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started learning magic wherever you could from bits and pieces, and then when did magic become more serious for you? How did you know that you could dedicate some time to it?
I already knew the first time I saw the smiling of my grandpa. I knew that I must to be a magician.
Right.
I knew I feel something bigger than me. And I said, no, this is my life. Because until that moment, my young dream was to be a drawing, an artist. Yeah. Because I always love drawing. But I left to drawing in that moment, and I started to learn magic until few years ago that I started again drawing again in 2013. I think I started again.
Wow. So what did you do when you knew that magic was more serious for you? I know you ended up spending some time with some mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, what did you do to start researching and were you joining local magic clubs or stores? What were you doing?
No, I didn't know that the magician have clubs and
meetings.
I was looking for people who teach me on bars the tricks, and I'm very obsessed with everything that I touch. Okay, for example, when I decided to learn English, I learned English from zero in 6 months.
Wow.
Then I spend a lot of hours, and I don't sleep. I sleep 2-3 hours because I need to learn. I need to learn about this subject in concrete. Then with magic, that's happened to me. I felt in love with magic, and I was looking for any people who teach me any trick. And one time on the TV, I watched an announcement about a course of magic. It's a little few page every week, and you go to the store and you pay.
Oh, cool!
And you have a complete course.
Is it you do it at home or it's a class?
No, at home.
Oh, okay.
Just it's like a little book, few pages. Every
month, or it's like a little magic magazine.
Yes, but for the big audience, not only for magicians.
Great.
Okay? And was called El Mundo Mágico de Tamariz. Okay? It was the course which the majority of the magicians of my age will start. Miguel Ángel Gea, Woody Aragon, Daniela Ortiz, all of them, Javier Benitez, we started. All of us started with
this course.
Wow. Yeah. And was incredible until I met a magician. When my father told to me that I will be a magician performing, and I was looking for towards that magician. I was shocked because those tricks doesn't looks like the man's. Okay,
right.
Looks more professional. Another thing. Then I went to say hello to that man, and I said, "Hi, I'm a magician too." Okay. I don't really was a magician, but
you knew tricks and you felt like it.
I felt that. Okay. Then I started talking with him, and I said, I can teach you the tricks that I know, and you teach to me the trick and he started laughing. And he showed to me a few close-up tricks, and then I realized that those tricks doesn't the same that my tricks. Okay, but he told to me that there is a meeting in a city near to my city. My city is El Puerto de Santa Maria in Cadiz, and Cadiz is the capital. And we are about 20 minutes by car. Okay, and he told to me, if you want, you can come with me to that meeting, and there is a lot of magicians, and you can share there your magic and learn things, and I said, oh, nice. Then I went to there, and when I worked the stairs down, because it was in a basement. Okay, the first people that I saw was Juan Tamariz, and I said, holy shit, this is Juan Tamariz. And I continued working down, and I saw Pepe Carron, Arturo Dascanio, and a lot of magicians that I didn't know who they were. But on the time, I learned that the other people was Roberto Jovi, Jim Krebs, Richard Kaufman, and a lot of magicians that I was very lucky because my first meeting was with this kind of magician. Wow. Then I start every Sunday from my first 10 years going there with all these incredible magicians. I was so lucky.
What a beginning to magic.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So, you said when you were early, when you did the magic for your grandfather, you knew you wanted to do magic. Mm-hmm. When did you know, or what did you do when you wanted to take on magic as a career?
There was a few different stages on this career. At first, I felt upset, as I told you before. I needed to do magic to live. Since the beginning, I said, no, I have to be a magician. Then I started practicing, I started taking class, and I started working in a theme park, but not doing magic. Just I was preparing sports, playing with prizes for the people, okay? And once the director watched a trick and said, are you a magician? Yes. Could you do some trick for me? I did a few tricks, and he said, can I make for you a little theater here and do a show? And I said, what? Yeah, but I don't have enough props to do on a stage show. Don't worry, just tell me what do you need, and I buy for you. And it was shocking for me because I was 16 or 17 at that time. Then I start working there, doing 2 shows every day, and Fridays and Sundays 3 shows.
Wow!
I have an incredible starting. Okay, and they both to me books, illusions, and a lot of incredible things. And I start there until the year 1998 that I left everything because I was a mercenary. You pay and he can do anything that you order to him. You command him to do anything, and I'm going to do that only for money. Then I feel that in a moment I doesn't do magic because I love magic. I was doing magic because they pay me a lot. Then I was performing in a places that
I didn't want to be there. I know the feeling.
Then for example, the Crash Point was one in Mallorca, in an island here in Spain. I did magic at 5 o'clock of the night. Okay, between a porn show and a drag queens. Okay. And no one was watching me because it was an international convention of DJs, and everyone was with all kind of drugs and whatever. But they pay me a lot. Doesn't matter if they enjoy it or not. The show I was earning money, and that.
But after a while, you start to not enjoy it.
But this was the point that I said, hey, wait. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You start with this because that's meaning of your grandpa.
Right.
For something that feel your soul.
Yeah.
And no, that doesn't matter your soul, doesn't matter the feeling of the people, your feeling, the happiness. No, just it's important.
The paycheck and
the paycheck. And then I said, no anymore. I'm not going to be a magician like that. And I finished doing magic. I sell or
sell and give away and
give
all
away
of your big props and stuff.
All my books, my.
Were you quitting magic?
Yeah. I quit magic 2 years until I was working in my city and Tamariz walked to me and said, "Hey Juan, where have you been? You were coming to my home every day, and I didn't know nothing about you in those 2 years." And then I explained to him that happened to me, and I don't want to be a magician like that. And then he told me, "Do you have time to have dinner with me?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. I'm going to invite you to have dinner." And we spent about 5 hours talking about magic, how the love to the other person don't look for the money. The money is not important. Just the feeling, the love, the people that are sharing with you, their time. How important is the time of the other people, and they are giving to you this time. And after this chat, I changed my way to think magic, and I said, okay, I'm not going never perform in a place that I don't want to be, even if they pay a lot to me, or if I go into a place and there is not good condition and they don't want to change because they doesn't care my art. I said, okay, I'm not going to do nothing here.
Right.
Oh, but you have to pay. Okay, I will pay, but I'm not going to do nothing about that because for me, magic is more than an art. It's more than it's my life. It's my feelings.
And it's not just
feeling of my grandpa. Are too many things.
It's not just something to trade for money. You know, like
absolutely.
It's got to be more.
It was for me, for a while. But I learned.
Wow. What a moment, and incredible to come back and to quit and then to be brought back, and it's incredible, and to come back with a new way of thinking for what to do. It's incredible. Talk to me now about some of your mentors that you spend time with, and specifically, in North America, we don't have so much of this idea of I studied with a mentor for 5 years or 6 years. It doesn't really happen like that in general.
Well, that's a pity.
It is, because, here it's like you can say he is a student of him, who's a student of him, and you can keep going.
We have a few different schools, like Tamariz, like Gaby Parreras, Ascanio, Luis Garcia, Gabriel Moreno. We have a lot of different thinking ways.
So talk to me about who your mentors were and how you work together.
Yes, the first one was Leon Camacho. Leon Camacho, he passed away about 1 year ago. I spent my first 8, 9, maybe 10 years of my magic life, and he teach to me how to accept myself. He said to me, "You must to be yourself, okay? You have to accept your accent, your way of living. For example, my accent is a very strong accent from Spain, okay? When I try to talk in Spanish, in Madrid, for example, they don't understand me very well. It's like my English with you. Everyone that is listening to us here, maybe they don't understand me so well because my accent, okay? But the same happened to me in Spanish because I'm from the south of Spain and my accent is so hard to understand. Then I felt guilty of my accent and I tried to hide my accent, my roots, and he teach to me that those are the things that made me me. Then I accept that, and I start working in my own personality. And this was my first 8, 9, I don't know.
So
10
how,
years.
it's very popular advice in magic to say, be yourself.
Yeah,
And also,
but it's a very difficult thing.
that's what I was about to say.
Because he told me, okay, be yourself, and I said, okay, but who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Because since as we born, okay, your mom doesn't want that you be yourself because they know that the world is a very difficult place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there are hard people, and they want the best for his child.
Yeah.
Okay, then they try that you were accepted for the majority of people. Then she or he
Right.
said to you, no, don't talk like that. No, don't put your
Right.
hand into your pocket because they can think that you are a very lazy man, and then you have to put your
Right.
your bag straight,
yeah.
and because they want the better for you
Right.
in all life.
Protect you.
Yeah. And after that, your grandpa, your bosses, your friends, then you are part of a crowd.
Yeah.
Then
You're a little bit of everyone. Like,
yeah, then when you try to be yourself, because someone say to you, you just need to be yourself. You say, okay, but
right, I'm a little bit this guy, I'm a little bit this guy, I'm a little bit this guy.
Yeah.
So what did it entail for you? What did you have to do to figure that
a
out?
lot of things. I prepare a list of things, of questions to do to my friends, to give to my friends, to my family,
you?
my close friends, my not so close friends, my work pals,
Yeah.
my sister, my everyone, and there are a lot of questions, different questions.
Like what?
I don't know. What do you think about me? Do you think that I am a lazy man or I am a happy man?
Right.
Then what happened with that? I'm not the same person in each situation.
Right.
My way to talk to my children is different than my way to talk to you.
Right.
And different than the way in which I talk to my parents.
Right.
Okay? Not everyone sees
The
to
same-
you
right.
the same way.
Right.
But there are few matches.
Right.
If in few different moments of your life, different people of your life matches few things, you must to know that this is an important
Quality.
of your personality.
Yeah.
Okay, then you say, okay, that's me, because my close friend told this, my not so close friend told the same, and my father and my sister. Then this must be
Right.
a part of my
Yeah.
personality. Then I take this one.
Right.
Okay. Then I was doing that. The things that I love the most, I was trying to show to the people. For example, I'm a lover of traditions. Okay, my city, it's a place with a lot of tradition. We have flamenco.
Yeah.
We have bullfighting. We have a very hard singing and dancer and all this kind of styles of Spain, in Jerez, in El Puerto. Then I love this a lot. Then I said, okay, I have to show these kind of things.
Yeah.
Then I must to wear the things that are popular here.
Right.
My hat, for example, is a typical one from the
Right.
south of Spain. My handkerchief on the neck.
Yeah.
My first love, my grandpa, and I remember my grandpa on the bar, okay, with this smell of wine, these shots, the beats
Okay.
on the table when
Right.
they are playing card.
Yeah.
Okay, envío, órdago,
Yeah.
this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, I always remember my grandpa with a little knife him and everyone there was carrying a knife because they open envelope, they cut bread. I don't know. They always carry with them a knife. They play dice, they play domino. Okay, then I said, okay, if I love that moment, I must to show that moment to the people. Then I said, I'm not going to use any prop that there is not on the bar.
Right.
Then all my props were knife, dice. Then I start doing all the trick with these props, wearing the classical of the clothes of my region, and I set my accent, my own personality, and I show.
Wow. That's great, because one of the challenges that I know I have is that question of, like, who am I, or what qualities do I have, and I love the idea of going back to the thing that you know excites you and just taking from there, because you know that when you perform it, you'll have love and passion and all that stuff, because the topics and the materials and stuff are all things that are important to you.
Yeah, it's so important. Even I have a lecture talking only about that, how to get your own personality.
I know we don't have time for a full lecture, but what other advice do you have for that question of, your own personality? We see it so often that a magician studies either from another magician, either directly or by watching videos or something, and then it's just them, but smaller and younger. It's like a copy of the magician they learned from. So how do you stop that?
The first thing that you have to assume is that you are going to fail a lot of times.
Right.
And you have to assume that. I failed a lot of times because I wanted to be personal. Then if you watch a trick, okay, and this trick works because you enjoy a lot this trick, and you take this trick and do the trick in the same manner, or changing just a few things, or even changing a lot of things, this trick is not going to be yours.
Right.
Then you must dive in all books, all effects, and try to live again.
Research.
Yeah, research, but in tricks that you never saw or never watched.
Right.
Okay? Because in that way you can make by yourself in your own way.
Right.
And I think this is one of the most important things. And you have to don't fail to fail, because I failed a lot and I still fail a lot, but I don't want to do the same trick that everyone
There's
does.
two things there that stick out to me. The first is, magicians talk a lot about failing, but you're talking about picking magic that you love and is emotional or important for you and failing. So it's not just like, oh no, the trick didn't work. It hurts, that something fails because it's you're picking something that's emotionally important. Exactly.
For example, even when I going to show a coin, okay, I used to use like dollar coins usually because they are bigger, and I used to work to large audience, and I need large coins, okay. Then, for example, when I need that the spectator check it out the coin, I don't say check it out the coins. I go to the spectator, I look for a spectator with a teeny hand, okay, and then I give to him a coin in his palm. I close his hand, okay, trying that he feel the size, and I said, do you remember when your grandma or your grandpa gave to you a coin and you can't hold because there is too big, and he or she said, don't tell to your brothers. Do you remember that feeling? And it's because I remember that. Then I know that a lot of people remember that because all our grandpa and grandma have doing that to us. And then it's a way to awake into my spectator that moment. Then when I do that to you, Now
You awaken the emotions.
return and awake your emotion and say, oh shit, my rampa, you awake feelings that you have buried inside you.
Yeah.
Even the people that are watching us to do that can feel it. I always try to make things like that, okay? That transport to you from one time to another. Yeah.
Wow. I love the picking things with emotions, and I just wanted to highlight what I said already, but that when you fail with something that is very emotional, it hurts. What did you say to yourself when you were trying new things, and especially when you do a lot of research or a lot of digging to do something and then it sucks or it fails? What kind of things would you tell yourself?
I keep trying, and if I love a lot this trick, I keep it. Because it doesn't matter if you love or not, because I love, and it's enough for me. Because there is a lot of people. If you don't like my magic, another one will love it.
Right.
Okay. Then I'm not trying to make that everyone loves my magic. I doesn't care that. Maybe I'm an egoist. I don't know. But my feeling, I feel so good with that feelings, and I think that there is more people that can be matches with me in that feeling. No puedo hacer que todos me quieran, no? I cannot do that everyone loves.
Right, everyone can't love you at the same time.
Then,
they say if you want everyone to love you, no one will love you.
Yeah, then I prefer to do what I feel, and I just
that's what you learned from doing the shows for money and saying I can't just do it because you want
and I doesn't care the technique. For example, some people say to me, "Hey, but you are a very you do a very difficult technique with cards, and I said, no, always, okay? Because I use the techniques that I needed.
Right.
If I want to reach this effect, and I have to use 2 pass, 3 palm, and 1 top change, I'm going to do it.
Right.
But if I need a mathematical order,
then that works too.
That works to me too.
Right.
Then
the method is not the most important.
It's not important. No. The most important thing are the feelings.
The emotions. So I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I'd love to go a little bit deeper into what it's like to have a mentor. And maybe, because we don't, or it's not so popular in North America, what kind of things, if I was to say, I love this, I want to bring this idea of working together like that with a mentor to North America, what kind of ways would you work together? How would he help you? How would you...
The first thing is that normally the mentor, it's a person who have lived much more time than you.
Right.
Okay. Then
a lot of experience.
Yeah, they have a lot of experience. Right. Then they are not only have mentors in magic, even in life. Okay, because I learned how to be a better person with my mentor.
Right.
I learned how to manage my feelings, my confrontation with other people. Teach me about life and not only about magic.
Right. It's like a parent.
And this is great. Because in magic, the most important thing are the people and the emotion between the people. And they teach to me, and they are teaching even to me right now, how to do that, how to manage these kind of things. Then to be a mentor, I think it's the best thing that ever.
So you worked with him for like 10 years, and then you started working with Tamariz.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, because this was the time on my life that I left quite magic, and after that I see Tamariz on the street, and I start working as I told you. And then I start going to his home. Then I start to taking classes with him in his home, but not classes because I didn't pay a cent to do this. No, just because love.
Right.
He loves magic, and if he felt that you love magic, he's going to share with you all his knowledge. He's an incredible person. He has an incredible heart. And since then to now, I'm now 42 or 43. I don't remember my own age. I'm a disaster. Then, since I was 21, I think, until now, I was learning, and I'm still learning with Juan in his home.
And what kind of lessons did he teach you that you use in your magic, or you think about in your magic?
All the psychology is from Juan. All the subtleties, how the magic is an art in a capital letter. He teach to me that the more important thing are the people, because sometimes you can read on the books that the most important thing is the effect. Okay? And over the effect, only the magician. Right? It's the top of the pyramid.
Right.
Yeah? And Tamil said to me, no, we are not the top.
Yeah.
The spectator are the top.
Right.
Because without the spectator, there is no magic.
Right.
Because the magic happens in the mind of the spectator, not in your hands, nor in your own brain. No, it's on the mind of the spectator. There is some magicians that were asked, what do you bring into a island? And they say, spare card technique, a deck of cards.
A spectator.
Right. He said, I'm a spectator.
right.
Without
it's a good answer. Yeah.
There is no magic.
Right. You're just practicing.
And things like that. About even, as I told you, things about life. How to love magic, how to not hate money, because you don't need to hate money, but the money is not important.
Right.
And the egos. The ego of the ego? The ego?
Oh, ego.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very important that you have to know where are you and who are you.
Right.
And you are not more important because you are a better magician or you have a great job or a great bank account. Or no. All the people are the same. And you are not best because you are this or this or this. I think this was so important in my career. Don't feel that I am better than you or than anyone.
And it's very easy as a magician to think that you're so good.
It's very sad, but it is.
Yeah, it's very easy. In North America, whether it's because it was lost in translation or whether it's because we just don't know, the term Spanish magic and Spanish school of magic means very different things. Some magicians think if you're a magician and you have a Spanish accent, it's a Spanish magic. So what does it mean to you when someone says Spanish school of magic? What does that mean?
But the Spanish school of magic is so big because it's not only one way of thinking.
Right.
We have a lot of different way of thinking. We have the way of thinking of the Tamariz school. Okay, it's a way of thinking. We have the Gaby Paredes way. We have the school of Luis Garcia, Gabriel Moreno, Ascanio, and a lot of different way of thinking. Then, what is the way of the Spanish school?
Right. It doesn't.
I don't really know if we have a way or not because I have a lot of different ways. It's true that we have a few points in common.
Yeah.
But we love magic over everything. We love our spectators, but not all the thinking are the same.
Right.
For example, the Scania way is more intellectual. The sleight of hand is has a lot of importance in his way of thinking.
Right.
For example, the Tamariz school is more about emotions.
Right.
the Gabi school is more like the fictional things.
Fictional magic.
The Luis Garcia school is more like metaphors.
Yeah.
Then there isn't really no a Spanish school. Like,
Is there any? I know you said there's some points of overlap. Is there anything like any like I guess any points that would make somebody say, "Oh, I understand," or not really? It's very different.
Yeah, maybe it's the passion, the love for magic, the love for our spectator, and the importance that have to us the theory.
Right.
The theory is very important for all of our schools, and the respect. We don't hate any school,
Right.
and we respect each one of the way of thinking, and even we use these ways.
Right.
Because if for my emotional stuff I need the fictional
or a metaphor
or the metaphor,
or whatever.
or I'm going to use it.
Right.
Okay, and they are going to do also. Then
Beautiful.
maybe it's the friendship.
Right.
We share. We
Yeah.
have a very close friendship between all of the schools and the thinking, and maybe it's that.
Great.
I don't really know.
No,
because I'm inside. Then it's not
Right.
easy to see this.
Fully understand, and it's at least a better lens for people in North America to understand what it means and to maybe understand that there's a broader version. Beautiful. Talk to me about loving your spectators and what that means. You know, the most basic knowledge or the most basic example we have is, you know, before you get on stage, I love my audience, I love my audience. You know, but that's the simplest. The simplest.
No, I never said to myself, I love my audience. No, I just walk into the stage or into my table.
Right.
I sit down there and I am very nervous the first 50 seconds
Right.
or something like that, okay? And I start doing magic. Then I try to look
Connect with everyone.
at the age of my spectator and connect with everyone. But it's so weird, my feeling, because in a moment I am not doing magic. I'm among my audience. I'm like a part of them.
Right.
Okay, then it's like I was watching to myself. Okay?
Right.
It's a very strange feeling.
Yeah.
Then sometimes I have key cards or things on my act that told me that I'm doing well the things, or I'm not doing well.
Right.
Because I'm not there. I'm with the audience.
In the audience.
Then if I show here a card, because for example, I don't need an arranged deck, okay? But I arrange a deck even if I don't need it.
Right.
Why? Because if I have to cut here, and normally I have here an ace of clubs, if I don't see the ace of clubs, I return to my place, okay? And I have to fix something because something is wrong.
Right.
And then I return to my seat. I fix this, and I return to my place.
I
Then
understand.
it's a very strange. I'm not the magician. I'm very close to my audience.
With the audience.
Yes. I try to be part of the audience.
Wow, that's great.
It's a very strange feeling. I don't know how to explain that.
But it sounds like it's utilizing and using the tools of loving your audience and caring and emotional things.
It's like if I wish it to feel that what I am showing to the people, I am giving to them feelings, emotion, and they want that emotion too. Then it's like if I can feel through your eyes this emotion.
When you're creating magic, are you thinking about fulfilling emotions that you want, or are you thinking about what they might want or what they might get out or so on?
I don't think in nothing special. I just relax and I do. And I'm tan consciente. I don't know the word in English. I perfectly know what do I want to show and what emotion I want to show them.
Right.
I doesn't pay much more attention in this because without trying to do it, I do it.
Right.
I don't know if
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you don't like pick an emotion or something like that. The magic is emotion.
Yeah, yes. I start, the things happens, and
So let's change gears a little bit. I want to talk about coin magic because you said something very interesting earlier, which is when you wanted to start learning coin magic, they needed you to do a classic palm, and you couldn't do it. And even now, you
I cannot.
which is incredible, and it's a reminder that there's different types of magic, and that if you can't do something, it doesn't mean anything. You know, we just did an episode with Curtis Cam, who started doing card magic, and then the book said you have to do a pass, and he couldn't, so he became a coin magician. But we hear that kind of thing a lot, but what ended up happening is you created your own techniques or moves or found or whatever, and that ended up being a benefit or a feature instead of a weakness.
Yeah.
So talk to me about how you did that.
I started with this way of thinking a few years ago, about 8 years ago, because it was very hard to me to learn coin magic. Even now, the majority of magicians around the world think that I'm a coin magician more than a card magician. And really, I'm not a coin magician, I'm not a card magician, I'm just a magician. I do illusions, I do manipulation, I do mentalist, I do kid magic, card magic, coin magic, rope magic, stage parlor, close up. I love magic in all its kinds. Okay, but I have a special feeling with coins because coins are very usual in our life. The sound, the bright, I don't know, has something special that the card doesn't have. The card, of course, has
beautiful
a lot
for its own reasons.
But the coins has these things. I don't know how to express that. And then I start learning coin magic, and I couldn't, because the majority of the tricks was so difficult. You have to palm 4 coins, the classic palm, and I fell one by one. I cannot palm 1 coin. Well, okay, I can palm 1 coin, but just 1 or 2 seconds. After that,
then it slides out.
So like, and then I must to change all the technique to the finger palm or the Italian palm, the German palm, or things like that. Then when I learned coin magic, and I was doing coin magic for about 25 years or something like that, I said, okay, in the future I don't want that people go or pass for this same stage that I okay. I must to write something to the beginner, but the real beginners, not the beginner of the, I don't know, for example, talking about card magic, okay? You have the Joby Card College, okay? And you say, this is a beginner book for card magician, and there is not. It's a
beginner book for sleight of hand.
A sleight of hand.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
But you have a lot of books without technique,
like self-working, automatic,
self-working card magic, and a lot of books like that allow to you to be comfortable with the prop, with the deck, with the but not with coin. You have I only read one that is a colorful based one. It's automatic self-working coin magic.
It exists.
But the tricks are or not so good, or are like puzzles. It's not magic like that. There is only few tricks that you said, I want to do that to the audience. Just few. Then it's true that you can find few incredible self-working coin tricks in different books, one here, another here, but they are not in only one book.
Together,
Then I said, okay, I have to try to invent tricks with coins, self-working, or not self-working like Mathematica,
Right.
but with a slave of hand that a boy with 7 years old
Right.
can do it.
Yeah.
And the effect was as strong as I wanted to do in my professional show.
Yeah.
If I can not feel well doing in my show, and it can be done for my children, then these tricks doesn't
Not
work
good.
to
Right.
me.
Right. I don't even think I understand what a self-working coin trick is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think in all of
Yes,
my
because there is not until now.
right. Is there an example or something that I can use to comprehend what? Like, I'll give you an example. The only one I can think of right now
Yeah.
is when you writing words on the coins and you drop them until there's one left. Face out. That's the only example I can think of, or maybe always requires a sleight. No matter, even if it's lapping or something, it's still like.
Yes, but lapping has a lot of difficult stuff.
Of course,
to do
of course, of
lapping.
course.
Then this is not a
Self-working,
self-working
right.
coin magic. I have travel coins, for
Right.
example, that are self-working. You don't have to do nothing. I have ambitious coin with a small technique.
Right.
It's easier to do the technique, the second move, than the regular moves.
Right.
Then, for example, I put here 4 coins, okay? And the bottom coin is a different one, okay? Then the different one is going to rise step by step the other 3 coins.
Yeah.
And you only have to put together like a pile the 4 coins each time, okay? Then the regular move is to take 1 coin and put on the top of the second,
Yeah.
on top of the third, on top of the fourth. Okay,
Right.
this is the regular one. Everyone can do that.
Right.
Okay. The second move is easier than this one. It's easier the second move than the regular one.
Right.
Then these kind of things.
Right. It makes me think of like the cutting in 3 piles and putting it back, like card magic. You know, like when you cut in 3 piles,
No,
you put it back.
it's
Like the false one, but
no, it's not so close
Right.
to that. It's not easy to explain that without looking
Yeah.
watching the tricks. But you are gonna love the tricks if you saw
Okay.
you saw them.
yeah. No, I love it. It was funny because like maybe 2-3 weeks ago when I was talking to Curtis Cam, we were talking about self-working coin magic, and he was laughing. He said, "I've never heard of a self-working coin trick," and I was laughing with him. I said, "Me neither. I've never heard."
Yeah, that happened to me a few months ago when I went to do a lecture in the Apple Magic Store
in LA.
In LA, and I did few of that trick. The magician was shocked.
Right.
They told, wait, those are self-working
Right.
tricks because you fool us.
Right.
And there are a lot of magicians from the beginning to expert magician there,
Yeah.
and they said, I have no clue.
That's
I
great.
was thinking it was another kind of thing. But
Because it must use things they've never heard of or never thought
yeah,
of.
because
or,
I
right.
invented for that.
Right.
For that.
So we're getting towards the end of the episode, and every episode ends with very similar questions. So the first question is the endless chain. So in order to keep the podcast going on for eternity,
Yeah.
each guest is asked to recommend another guest who
Okay.
absolutely should be on. So who would be an incredible guest to talk about magic on the podcast?
I have a lot of magicians to.
You can name a few and whoever
Okay.
you like.
For example, Mario Lopez. You know. Mario
I did
Lopez?
one with him already.
Oh,
Yeah, it
nice.
was fantastic.
Luis Olmedo.
Nope, but that would be good.
Luis Olmedo is a great magician from Antequera in Malaga.
Okay.
He's an incredible card and coin magician. If you love kid magic, you have a Caito.
Okay.
Caito is a magician from here, from Madrid.
Great.
It's a very big guy. For me, it's the best kid magician in Europe.
Amazing.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Great.
And even from Melilla, Jesus Castejon, it's Sarapin, it's a clown and magician. And for me, after Caito, it's the best doing.
And they speak English? Or a little bit?
I don't know if Caito can speak English.
Okay.
I know that Caito can speak French and
Yeah.
Italian.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little of English,
Okay.
but I don't.
Okay.
Sure.
the next question is, what about the current state of magic do you really like, and what about the current state of magic do you not like?
I really love all kind of magic that I assume that it's magic. For example, I don't like magic like Mago Pop in Spain,
Right, yeah.
because they use a lot of stooge
Right,
and this
camera
kind of
stuff,
thing.
yeah.
I don't like this kind, but I don't. It's not really that I don't like it. Okay, I like it, this kind of magic, but if you don't call this magic,
Right.
if you call this entertainment
Right.
or
Right.
another thing, but not magic, because it's not a real magic.
Right.
It's like a movie. I love Harry Potter, but everyone knows that Harry Potter is not a real magician.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think it's not fair for the rest of the artists,
Right.
the magician, to do this kind of things. Then I don't love this kind of magic. I dislike this kind of magic, but only because of that. Because
it's called magic.
yeah,
and
it's called magic,
supposed to be
and
the
it's
same
not
as what you
fair
do.
for the rest of the artists.
Right.
But for the other thing, I love all kind of magic. This new magic that is the Instagram magic or the screen magic.
Yeah.
I love this kind
Great.
because it's another kind
Great.
of magic.
It's more
I love
magic.
YouTube. I love
Yeah.
the tutorial. I love all
Great.
this kind of things because I don't think that YouTube, for example, can do something bad to the magic.
I agree.
Because the people that lose their time watching 1 hour tutorial
Right.
about magic, this person loves magic.
I agree.
Then
It's another place to welcome them.
yeah.
I think so too. The next question is the take-home point, which is people have been listening to us talk for an hour about magic, and
Or do you think so?
I don't know, and
Maybe turn off.
yeah, I don't know what they're doing actually. I take that back. But when people listen to podcasts, they're often like walking their dog or driving to work or whatever. So maybe we spoke about a lot of things. If there's one thing that's the most important for people to take home, to remember from this episode or from your philosophies or thinking,
You must to do the thing that you love.
right?
You must doesn't care the way that thinking the other person, the things that you see. If just do anything you want to do, anything that you love to do, and don't look the other people. Just be yourself.
That's great. I love that piece of advice. Amazing. And the last thing is, where can people find you, and where can people buy some of the magic that you've shared?
I'm very easy to find because I'm a fat guy. You can see me to the distance. you can follow me in, I don't know, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have in a lot of different social media, and even my email or my personal phone is on the internet. You can find me in any place, and my stuff. You can buy my stuff in every shop around the world.
Yeah.
Murphy's
Penguin,
or Magazine, or
EMC, and yeah. Well, great, amazing. Is there anything left that you want to tell the magicians at home?
Yes, love magic. Love yourself, and nothing more. Just
Beautiful.
love.
Beautiful.
Love, and be care with your soul, because it's the only thing that you really own, and you have to keep it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. This was wonderful. I think the people at home are going to really love it. And to everybody at home, thank you for joining us. If you did listen, but thank you for staying with us for an hour, talking magic, learning about loving magic. And thank you all for being here. And we will see you all next Thursday.
Well, there you go. I hope you liked the episode, and I hope that you learned something. take a moment right now, and if you haven't yet, go check out his Instagram, Juan Rubiales. He's got loads of amazing caricature artist drawings of your favorite magicians. I'm scrolling through it right now. There's people like Johnny Thompson, people like Di Vernon, there's people like Woody Aragon, there's people like Max Maven, David Copperfield, literally all of your favorite magicians. He's got beautiful, beautiful caricature drawings of. As well, I want to thank you so much for joining me on the episode. I hope you learned something, and I hope you think a little bit too about your magic journey, where you are on it, and how to keep it moving forward. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next Thursday.